Hey y'all, it's K Chanel and you're back. You. Okay, so in this video, we're just gonna cut to the chase, not even too much talking. We're just gonna get into the video. But first and foremost, like I told you in the last video, a girl makes lip gloss, and I came out with a new one, but I had to test it for myself because a girl like me need a lip gloss everywhere I go. Yeah, and since I make my own, most def gotta use it right. Make sure, because I don't need it looking crazy. Okay, but no, seriously, I'm so thankful that you guys decided to come back and watch another video of your girl. Yes, she's here. For today's video, we're just gonna be talking about, self-love, confidence, and I wrote some stuff down, to keep me on track because I get to rambling. So like, I will be all over the place if I let myself. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Self-love and having confidence we just gonna be honest in this video. It's not easy, especially for women and girls, and especially girls in my age bracket that's, in their young teens to, however, but it's not easy. It's really not easy. And people are so quick to say you just need to love yourself. You need to love yourself. Do you know, like, for real, how hard that is? How hard that is, especially if you dealt with stuff, especially if you've really gone through some things. Like, do you not understand how hard that is? Like, it's not easy. It's really not. So, but within this channel, like I told you in my intro video, we going through this together. We're gonna uplift each other, period. Like, we're not dealing with the toxic stuff no more. That's the end of it. We're not. So beginning with this video, I wrote I'm not going in order of how you should do stuff. I'm not telling you, oh, you need to do this, then this, then this, then this. I'm just simply telling you what worked for me, and then not only me, but what can help you if you decide to take it. If you don't, that's okay too. But when it comes to like healing and self-love, you gotta get by yourself. You gotta get by yourself. You gotta really get by yourself. Like, you really gotta feel, and you gotta acknowledge certain things. Like, you can't just keep suppressing stuff. You can't just keep holding stuff, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna blow up. And you want to move on, I'm pretty sure. You want to be happy. You want to be genuinely happy. So, when it comes to self-love and, healing, moving on, you got to get by yourself, bruh. You have to. And as bad as it may hurt, because, girl, you going to feel them pains. Oh, you going to feel them. But as bad as it is, and as bad as you don't want to, you have to. And with everything you do, take it to God. Talk to him. Tell him how you feel, because for one, he already knows. But take it to him. Take all your worries and your burdens and your frustrations and take them to him. And if you don't know how to talk to him, write it down. Get a journal, write it down, write what you feel every day. Yo, these doggone leaves all in my head. Let me scoot up. Within that time when I'm saying get by yourself, sometimes God will put you in isolation just so you can fix you, just so you can work on you, just so you, not you, but just so he can heal you. So you can go through the healing and you can move on, you know? And it's not easy. It's not. Some days you're up, some days you're down. Some days you want to fight, some days you want to cry. Some days you want to smile, some days you feel like you're good and you want to go out. It's not a simple ride. It's a roller coaster. It's ups, it's downs, it's upside downs, it's backwards, it's forwards, it's left and it's right. But when you look back at that time when you really did take the time to heal, to grow, you're gonna be thankful that you did it that way. You're gonna be thankful that you let God heal you the way that he did. And let me tell you something now. When you go through that, oh, best believe the journey is gonna get lonely. It's gonna get lonely. And that comes to my next point. Keep the right company. Listen, you can't be trying to heal. You can't be trying to work on yourself. And you got all these people around you that talk down on you, that are not motivating you, that are pulling you in the wrong direction, that are hurtful to you, that just cause damage. Like, you can't do that. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm not used to talking, and especially now, like, I have to talk. I'm nervous. Well, not necessarily nervous, but I just hope my words coming out the way that they need to come out. You can't have friends that pulling you to do the stuff that you outgrown. If they don't like it and they don't like the fact that you healing and you trying to do better for yourself and you trying to move on and you trying to go to where God is taking you, and they get mad about it, it's time for you to let them go. It's time for you to let them go. Like, you cannot heal. You cannot, I'm gonna say it again, you cannot heal. You cannot go to where God is trying to take you if your company is wrong. Simple. Either you get rid of them when God tells you to, or he's gonna do it for you. People show you who they are. My thing is you gonna believe them or not? You know, people show you who they are every day. Are you gonna believe them? If they showed you who they are, it's up to you at that point. It's up to you at that point. You just gotta keep people that's gonna uplift you, that's gonna motivate you, that's going to help you, that's going to help build you and help you get to where you're trying to go. Period. You just need positive people around you. And trust me, in due time, God will put those people there. Yeah. He will, for real. Y'all, I'm just thinking, like, because he's removed a lot of people out of my life. Like, relationships and friendships. So, and now that I look back, it's like, wow, God, I'm glad you did that, you know? I'm glad you took them away from me, you know? My next point, I said it already, but it was to take it to God, give it to him. All your burdens, all your worries, he can handle it. Give it to him. He knows it's not easy, but he can take it. Let him have it. And like I said before, none of these are like in an order. None of these are you know, you gotta do this, then you need to do this. No, I'm just simply talking. I'm just simply giving tips, you know, giving advice. I'm simply just throwing some jewels out there. That's it. The next point I wrote was change some things up, girl. If you want that confidence, girl, you gotta change some things up. You gotta know who you are. You have to know that you are wonderfully and fearfully made. You know who says you're a masterpiece? God himself says you're a masterpiece. He said that, girl. He made you. And you have to know you are that, girl. In a humble way. Let's not get too cocky. Let's not get too arrogant. Let's not get too, you know. But no, you need to know that you are that, girl. You are you for a reason. Period. So yeah, you can change some things up. Learn yourself. Learn what your style is. Learn what you like. You know, like me, I want to change my wardrobe. Like, I want to completely change my wardrobe. And that what just popped up in my head. If we want to change some things up, we got to change some things up. Like, there's some habits. There's some mindsets that got to go. For example, I'm going to use me an example. I want to change my wardrobe. I want to completely change my wardrobe, but I'm still eating bad. Now, I said that because I want to get to a certain weight goal. How I want a new wardrobe and I'm eating bad and I'm not, you know, being disciplined. I don't want no new wardrobe then. Like, I want to get to my weight goal so I can get a new wardrobe. And I'm not too far from that. But because I'm not working out as much, well, no, I am. I started back. But because I'm not eating the way that I should, it's going to take longer for me when it could be a shorter time. Does that make sense? I hope it do, because, bruh, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, change some things up. Do your hair different. Go get your nails and your toes done often. Well, okay. If you can't do it often, every now and then, do things that make you feel good. Be you. Be authentic. Be yourself, you know. Period. You know, don't try to be like everybody else. Just be you. Just be you. Just be who God called you to be. A queen, bruh. That's what. Okay, so the next thing I wrote was step out of your comfort zone. Y'all listen. I used to be so shy. I felt like I had no voice. I felt like I wasn't good at anything. I felt like I didn't know what the heck a purpose was. I didn't even know I had one. You know, I thought I was just here. You know, I was very timid and shy and scared. I just wanted to stay comfortable. I literally just wanted to stay in the back. I don't want to be at the front. Don't pull me up there because I'm not going. That's how it was. So, at some point, we got to get uncomfortable. At some point, we got to say, okay, this is enough, you know? And honestly and truthfully, I know we're talking about self-love and, you know, confidence and stuff, but no, I want to throw something in there that but I want to make a whole separate video about this. So I'm just going to throw this jewel in there real quick though, but I'll make a whole separate video. Okay, so when God has called you to something and he said, this is what I want you to do, it's going to get uncomfortable. When you go through, and yeah, even when you go through, you know, you're trying to find yourself, loving yourself again, or loving yourself for the first time if you never have, you know, it's going to get uncomfortable. It's gonna get uncomfortable. It is, y'all. It's not gonna be comfortable. It's not gonna be pretty every day. It's not. But try new things. Go to different places, you know? Let God guide you. Let him do it. Let him show you what he wants you to do. Let him do it. Because he's not gonna take you nowhere he don't want you to go. You just gotta step out of your comfort zone, and it's not always the easiest thing. For example, you know, I wanted to start this YouTube for almost 7-8 years now, and it might not seem big to y'all, but to me it's like a really huge accomplishment. No matter how many subscribers I had, I don't care if I had just one, you know, that's a step. Like, I'm grateful for that, because at one point I wanted to. I was always saying I want to do it, but I just never had the courage to. Now a girl don't put a video out and she recording one right now. Like, what? Yeah. So, yes, you gotta step out that comfort zone. You gotta get uncomfortable. You can't grow if you're comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. You have to. You gotta get uncomfortable. Yeah. And the next one I said is let it go. All the hurt, the pain, and the trauma. And forgiveness, y'all. Whoo, we ain't even talk about that. Hold on, let me put this book down. Forgiveness, y'all. Forgiveness. Something I've learned, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. Because meanwhile, that person living their life, they are right with the decisions they made to hurt you or to cause you pain, cause you hurt. They're okay. But you're the one that's bitter. You're the one that's angry. You have to forgive, y'all. And it's not, y'all, none of this stuff is easy. None of this stuff is easy. It's not easy to forgive somebody that like hurt you. It's not. It's not easy. And whoever told you it was easy lied. It's not easy. But you have to get to a point within yourself where you can forgive. You can be in the same room as that person. You know? It's not easy, but you gotta let it go, girl. You can't hold on to it forever. No matter how much you gotta cry it out, scream it out, pray it out, do that. Because you gotta let it go. You can't move on to become the best version of yourself if you got all that gunk stuffed in there. Girl, take it out. Yeah, but a girl understands. It takes time. It really does. Y'all keep looking down because I'm like thinking like about a lot. Like, it really does. It takes time to heal. It don't take 3-4 days. It takes a while. Loving yourself, trying to love yourself, it's so hard sometimes, especially if you've never done it. Especially if you've never loved yourself or you've never liked what you saw in the mirror. It takes time to like her. It takes time to love her. And when you do learn to love her, and when you do find your worth and know your worth, girl, it's like the best feeling in the world. It's like when you know your worth and you know who you are and let me say this. as a PSA, you are who God says you are. You're not who she says you are. You're not who he said you is. Like, you are who God says you are. Who God says you are. Remember that. But I was gonna say something before I said that, but that popped up in my head. Now I'm trying to remember what I said before that. Oh, dang! You know, what was I gonna say? Oh, what I was gonna say was when you know your worth and you know who you are, before you even get into friendships, before you even fully get into friendships and relationships, you can look and be like, nah, I already know this not gonna work. I already know this ain't gonna go nowhere. You know? And it's like, when you do know your worth and when you do find out you that girl, like, it's like, okay, you don't tolerate certain stuff no more. The toxic stuff, you don't even want to look at it. It's like, get away from me. You don't even want to look at it. You don't even want to touch it. Like, But no, for real, I love that though. I love to see like girls, younger girls especially, and just girls just flourish and just thrive and just become who they were supposed to be all this time. Like, y'all, I love that. Growth is growth, period. I love that. I love it. What else did I write? I wrote, be you, be authentic. I think I talked about that. Be yourself. You know, don't try to be nobody else. Be you. Last one. No more seeking validation from people or acceptance from people. Listen, not everybody has to accept you. Not everybody has to pat you on the back and say, good job. Because I used to expect that. I used to want that. Good job, Kiana. Okay, bruh. A little pat, no. And when I didn't get it, it's just like, what? Don't even worry about it. Stop running to people. Because if they don't give you the answer you want, then what? Then what? And I'm talking to me too. Then what? You feel insecure. You feel like, oh, like they said it's not cute, so I'm not. Child, please. One thing about it. If God has told you yes and he approves of what you're doing, don't worry about nobody else. If he told you to go, you go. If he told you to keep working on that business or writing that book or working on that talent or keep going forth in school or keep going forth with that career, then you do it. Don't worry about what everybody else got to say. Please. Don't worry about it. Because it don't matter. All right, y'all. I think I got everything for this video. At the end of this video, thank you for watching your girl. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you. You ready? Secure your crown. Put a smile on your face. Have a great day. And slay.